Alright, so this is a 3v3 game. My team is double Protoss Terran versus a one of each. And it's a high level game. Our opponents are like two M1s and one M3 in 1v1. We are like, I think we're all around. I'm D2 at the moment, but I was D1. And Gino's been Masters and Chombi is, I think, D1 right now. In team games, we're all like Masters 2 or higher. So it's a pretty high level team game. And when the game started, I had been told that I should go Mass Phoenix because the game before I tried to mix in Robo and it made the game closer than it should have. It was a mistake. Gino, in a moment of passion, decides he's not going to make a gateway and he's going to go Nexus first. And this, to put it mildly, this freaks out Chombi, who's like, oh my gosh, I've got a Mass Phoenix ally and a Nexus first ally, and we are going to die. So Chombi, although he's normally a macro player, recognizes that you must actually survive for 5 minutes in order to play a macro game, and so he's going to go 3-Rax Reaper as part of a strategy of not dying. And I audible to, instead of going pure Phoenix, like normally I would make one Adept to wall, and then I would go double Stargate Phoenix, but because Gino's gone Nexus first, I decide the thing to do is a double Adept Oracle open, and then go get worker kills or defend Lings, one of the two. And so I'm terrified about not having enough gas because my opponent can make more Phoenix than me, since I'm spending 200 gas on an Oracle and 2 Adepts. So I steal his gas. And so that it's a double-edged sword because he might decide just to all-in me, which is not what we wanted in this game. But I didn't want to have fewer Phoenix, and I'm honestly more worried about Zerglings. So anyway, so this is an awkward situation. He's trying to clear this with workers, which is super inefficient. And where did he even make his second pylon? Is this like the mother of all supply blocks? I think he's just messed up here, because he should definitely not be it. Yeah, that's a way late pylon. So these Zerglings clear the assimilator, but there's a price to be paid, which is he actually lost a worker over here. I guess I should... Let's go back and look at that. So when you're, you make 4 Lings for a reason, and it's to not lose a worker. So anyway, that gas is paying for itself already, I think. And it's an awkward situation for them to be in right now. He made a Stalker, which questionable if that's what he wanted. If I saw 2 Reapers, I'd probably make an Adept. But maybe he's worried about an Oracle. And this poor Terran is in a lot of trouble. I think he was planning on going 3cc and then canceled his plans, because there's no build that calls for 400 minerals right now. And yeah, so a lot of damage here by Chombi. Gino is probing up, and I've got Adepts coming across the map. So these Reapers are like really distracting things. And I kind of misplay these Adepts. So my plan was to get a couple worker kills and then shade into here and get a couple worker kills. I should have just canceled the shade. There's nobody even close. Instead I finish it, which now gives his queens a chance to defend. But so the first guy had 6 kills already. I think I get 8 kills. So that's 7. And then 8. Yeah, so we got 8 kills off my first 2 Adepts, which I'll take. And do I have an Oracle coming across yet? There it is. So Oracle's coming. And Chombi's just keeping them so active, it's hard for them to defend any other little harassment. I mean, you got both Protoss and Terran are here. They see my Oracle coming, which Zerg cannot be happy about. Or Terran cannot be happy about. What is this guy doing? Floating 900 minerals, not even active here. Anyway, Um, and where did my Oracle go? I don't know where my Oracle is. Oh, there it is. So it already got 4 kills. I think I go get 8 more from the Terran. We almost could have just all-in them here. So I'm thinking we're pretty far ahead of workers at this point. So I was actually thinking about, well, so a couple things that became clear to me. One is Protoss is on ground. So I decided I'm not going to get, I start +1 attack, and I'm transitioning to carriers. So basically, if you're fighting ground, you're better off having carriers. Carriers are pretty strong against stalkers, and the last thing Zerg wants to make against blade stalkers is corruptors. So this is looking pretty good for us at this point. We just need to not die for a bit. And that's really what Gino's doing. So this is kind of his power spike. He's got blink. He probably is on 3 bases already. Yeah, so he's peaking right about now. Actually, my 3rd is before his. So that's interesting. He's almost a semi all in. I don't know about this. I sent my Phoenix in to try to kill the Colossus, but I don't know about that blink. That was a little overly aggressive. The only reason I'm lifting here is because I decided that since there are Colossus on the field, I'll probably be fighting Colossus in a battle, and so it doesn't really matter. The lifts are less relevant. Like, I do want some to lift like siege tanks. There's a tank there. Yeah, Chombi and Gino are really being active and keeping the pressure, and at this point I'm almost just turtling. I got this is a late 4th. Like, I should have taken this like 6 minutes in, I think, because I had all these minerals, but like, what could I do with it otherwise? I don't even have warp gate done, I don't think. Yeah, I don't have warp gate even started. So at some point I probably add a second. Oh, here it goes, 2nd core. Usually do that after 4th base. And this game's pretty over right now. I'm guessing that they guessed that I'm on Phoenix charge lot, because that's the only way their composition makes sense. Like roaches, Colossus. That looks like an anti-charge lot build, not an anti-carrier build at all. So, double robo, really? After seeing the Phoenix? I don't know. If I saw Phoenix and Stalkers, I'd be making Immortals, just saying. At least make them lift my Immortals or something. And again, Lurkers make sense against charge lots. So I think that's what they think right now. So they're like ready to fight ground units. Figure they'll take some Phoenix damage, but it's fine. But yeah, it's a bit worse than they think. So here come I think that is GG when they see the carriers. What am I even waiting for? I'm being like way too conservative here. I should just go. Like, this is dangerous because, like, what if they get a whole bunch of investors and neural parasite my carriers? Yeah, like, GG. Yep, so good game.